You know who it is, and you know what time it is. Time to piss off some feminists, trad cucks, and whoever don't want to know the truth. Oh well, let's get started. What is going on, gents? It's R.P.M. here, reporting from Mobile Command. Gentlemen, we're going to have an adult conversation because that's what we do here. Now, we're going to be talking about sex, baby making practice, the mattress mambo, whatever your lingo is, we're going to be talking about bedroom fun. Now, Lex Luthor sent me the link to a very interesting yet very rhetorical study/article. Now, before I get into that, let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we? Back in 2017, on the 2nd of September, the New York Post put out a very scathing article. And the title of their article was, quote unquote, cheap sex is making men give up on marriage. Now, that article starts off, thanks to cheap sex, marriage may be doomed. Now, this is pre-Charlie 19, pre-OnlyFans. Yes, online porn was still available, and also social media was in full swing with women putting themselves out there. Now, of course, the blame was shifted onto men. Men don't want to have relationships. Men don't want to have marriage. Blah, 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 blah. Ah, yes. Here we are, this very day, still circling and dancing around the truth of the matter. Now, this article/study was published on the 1st of March. Why are fewer young adults having casual sex? They've given up on even saying relationships. They're saying casual sex. Now, gentlemen, we here in the manosphere know why. But will these people talk about it? Of course not. Fewer young adults are engaging in casual sexual intercourse now than in the past. But the reasons for this decline are unknown. Gentlemen, I think at this point, we know that this is outright willful ignorance, because the information is out there, but these people will not dare step into the manosphere and get the truth as to why young men are avoiding casual sex. The authors use data from the 2000 to 2017 waves of the panel study of income dynamics transition into adulthood supplement to quantify some of the proximate sources of the decline in the likelihood that unpartnered young adults aged 18 to 23 have recently had sexual intercourse. Among young women, the decline in the frequency of drinking alcohol explains about 1/4 of the drop in the propensity to have casual sex. Let's go ahead and stop right there. Young women, alcohol. See, this is another point that they will not come to men to talk about. Why? Because we know that if a man and a woman are both drunk and they have sex, the female maintains a card in her deck called regret. And guess what? I didn't give consent. I was inebriated. Therefore, I couldn't give consent. Even if the man is twice as drunk as she is, he's still going to be held criminally responsible. You think young men don't know this? Oh, there have been articles written about women who did that exact thing. Among young men, declines in drinking frequency, an increase in computer gaming, and the growing percentage who co-reside with their parents all contribute significantly to the decline in casual sex. The authors find no evidence that trends in young adults' economic circumstances, internet use, or television watching explain the recent decline in sexual activity. These people have to be some of the dumbest people on the planet. But once again, they want to sit in their echo chamber and say, well, it's men that aren't having casual sex. Why is it? We don't know why. Yeah, these people must have been living under rocks. The percentage of young adults who engage in casual sexual intercourse has been declining in recent years. Twenge, Sherman, and Wells report that the percentage of young adults aged 20 to 24 who did not have sex in the past year increased from 11.67% in 2000 to 2009 to 15.17% in 2010 to 2014. Using a slightly different age range and time frame, Waiter et al. 2020 found that the percentage of sexually inactive men ages 18 to 24 increased from 18.9% in 2000 to 2002 to 30.9% in 2016 to 2018. And the percentage of sexually inactive young women increased from 15.1% to 19.1% over the same time period. Although similar declines in sexual activity are found among older age groups, the decline in sexual activity has been most acute among teenagers and young adults. Gee, I wonder why. No, I don't wonder why. I know why. We here in the manosphere know why. Now, they go through a lot of cockamamie and outright, deflections. But let's skip down to the final paragraph. If you read this, it's long, but only in the final paragraph. And you understand why they put this way down here? Because the vast majority of people, they don't have a long enough attention span to actually read the entire article. But let's read the final paragraph. We note as well that our analysis leaves unexplained a substantial portion of the decline in young adults' casual sexual behavior, particularly among young women. Trends in the hypothesized mediating factors include in this analysis explains more than half of the decline in young men's odds of engaging in casual sex, but account for only about 1/4 of the decline in young women's probability of having a non-romantic sexual encounter. Further research is needed to identify additional causes of the decline in sexual activity among young adults. Perhaps the intensifying concern with interpersonal sexual violence and sexual coercion, as exemplified in the Me Too movement, has begun inhibiting presumably voluntary, casual sexual encounters between young men and young women. The impact of this and other broad cultural shifts will also likely be difficult to measure, but may well require consideration in order to develop a comprehensive assessment of the decline of young adults' casual sexual activity. Now, why is that the final paragraph? As I explained before, most people do not have the attention span to read the entire argument, but most people will look at the top and say, well, you know what? Young men should get out there and try to have casual sex. No. If you're a younger man and you've come across this video, do not engage in casual sex. Why? Because you guys know the internet is your friend. You can look up all the statistics insofar as they don't even talk about STDs. They briefly mention pregnancies, which, baby trapped. But STDs, the fact that all women carry the allegation card in their deck, and they have no problems using that card to get out of a sticky situation. And you never know. These women are cheating at an exponential rate. Yeah. Are you going to find a faithful woman in today's day and time? The odds are very, very, very low. Women are saying that they don't even want relationships. They want casual hookups. But, young men, you have to be careful. Now, of course, they want to throw everything out there under the sun to make it to where it's not women's fault. Why? Because women control access to sex. Women are the gatekeepers of sex. I don't know why people simply refuse to acknowledge that honest truth. But this goes back to something that Happy Humble Hermit said, or a video that he put out called "The Gender War was never meant to stop. It's meant to keep going." Hell, Pepe Le Pew just got canceled. Do you honestly think that these young men are not seeing what's going on in society? Now, when Pepe Le Pew was created, he was created during a time period where, yes, men did pursue women a bit aggressively. Now, yeah, he was over the top, but he was representative of never giving up the pursuit. Now, women of that time, they did resist, but they were playing coy. They wanted to know if that man was really, truly interested in her. So yeah, he kept pursuing. Now, for women of that time, that meant, oh, this man really wanted me. So yeah, why are we canceling Pepe Le Pew today? Well, it's because we have too many people with far too much time on their hands. It's true. All these quote unquote cancel and social justice warriors. Yeah. Now you have young men seeing all of this and saying, why am I going to waste my valuable time on something that could potentially destroy me? Yeah. Even though I personally, said don't engage in casual sex, I may sound hypocritical right here, but I know young men are still going to want that. So you must be careful. Extremely careful. Because all a woman can do is simply say, you know what? I regret this. And boom. Even if you survive the legal process, you still have the social destruction that's going to come. Your name is going to be forever branded with a scarlet letter. Oh, yeah, you know what? I beat the case, but guess what? The court of public opinion is not going to spare you. Yeah. Women know they have this power, and too many women have used it. Hell, I'll take it even a step further. We live in a culture in which women's infidelity is viewed as empowerment. Wives are out here cheating on their husbands like no tomorrow. And the man is powerless to do anything about it. He's powerless. If he walks away, it's his fault. She cheats, it's his fault. You didn't do enough. But she made a conscious choice to decide to step out on me. Yeah, but it's something that you did or didn't do. Do you honestly believe that young men did not see what happened with Will Smith? His wife admitted to his face, yes, I was banging a younger man. Essentially, and you can't do anything about it. If you walk out on me, I still win through the legal system. Once again, all of this mumbo jumbo about young men not engaging in casual sex, young men understand that it is far too risky. You still have to send, texts. Did you have a good time? You have to go through all of these steps to ensure that she doesn't decide whenever she wants to say, you know what, maybe this wasn't consensual. And their female friends have no problems in talking them into that. To say, you know what, maybe you were a victim. Maybe you didn't enthusiastically consent. Oh, yeah. Yes means yes. Enthusiastic consent. Yeah. And ultimately, who's losing? Women. See, young men, you can sit this out. You can run out the clock. Why? Because you don't have a biological clock. Women do. And now you're seeing so many women panicking because men are walking away from the table. Men are saying, you know what? This ain't worth it. Marriage, you're not going to be faithful to me anyway. So why am I going to even waste my time on this? So, all in all, and I'm not even going to mention waifus. Oh, no. I'm not even going to mention them. Nope. I'm not even going to broach that. That's another topic for another time. But, all in all, why are young men not engaging in casual sex? The answer is So simple, but yet they still want to try to make this into a complicated topic. Men are exercising their option to walk away based on the information that is in front of them. They're realizing that the juice is no longer worth the squeeze, and the modern woman is no longer worth the trouble. Ladies, it's up to you to fix this. So, yeah, until men start seeing women actually fix some of these problems, more and more men and younger men are simply going to walk away. And shaming is not going to work. Younger men have become hardened against shaming language. In fact, they're actually using some of this shaming language and actually reverse engineering it and saying, okay, yeah, I live in my parents' basements, but I'm saving money. Yeah, I play video games, but guess what? That gives me a better dopamine rush. Make no mistake about it, young men. There are too many businesses that relied on your thirst and your attempts to chase women in the pursuit of the possibility of casual sex. Oh, yeah. However, since more and more men are being red-pilled not by the manosphere, but actually by their real-life experiences in the real world, what more needs to be said? Ladies, it's up to you. Men have given you the winning code, but your own nature and your own greed and your own, just solipsism prevents you from simply stopping. And guess what? As I stated before, you're the ones who are going to lose in the long run. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Read the long article. Oh, and before I forget, Undead Chronic recently covered another article that was published on the 8th of March called Young Men Are Giving Up on Sex to Play Video Games, Study Finds. Oh yeah. Young men, they see the danger and they've decided, you know what? Nah, I'd rather keep myself safe. Oh, and something else. Young men, do not cross age date. Get yourself together. Get your money right. Wait till you're about 35 and then date younger. And don't worry about being shamed by women your age. And with that being said, ladies, the power will eventually go out. Feminism and all the quote unquote fake liberation that you enjoy will go out right along with it. Because as Charlie 19 has shown, many a women secretly try to sneak back to the table. But more men have too much information to know that it was all a ruse. That's all I got to say for this one. RPM, I am